Hi. Don't be alarmed by the title of this video. But we need to talk. It's not you're not in trouble. It's not you. It's me. I'm not in trouble either. But I felt like I should probably talk to you guys because I tried to record an Avid Adventures video today. That's the mini game we're playing, the server we're on right now. This is my world. I've spent the last almost 3 years working on, and I got 3 minutes through the video, and I just didn't feel like the spark, the wave of inspiration that I normally have when making these videos. They take a lot of time. They take too much time. And I remember just going upstairs and trying to sit on the couch for a second and think about what the heck is going on. Like, why can't I force myself to be creative? And that is exactly the problem, is when you're trying to be creative. For me, at least, the creativity comes from this part of my brain that I have no control over. And it's this spark that makes me so excited. No matter how much time it takes, I want to see it through. I want to see the video be its perfect self and the thing that I make in it to be absolutely perfect. And there's this pressure to be better and bigger every single time. And so that starts to weigh on you as well. But I realized that I just didn't have it in me. And also I realized just how much I'm doing. For those who don't know, I released Chunk Lock a month ago now, and it blew up my channel. Like, for the first time ever in my channel's history, the world turned its little bit of its eye towards me, and I doubled in size. My channel went from like 7,000 subs to like 13, almost 14,000 subs in a month. And you'd think, wow, what a crazy, massive motivator to keep making content, right? Avid. And yeah, I made a 100 days video. It was lightly received, not to the extent for the amount of time that took. And not to say views are the reason that you should make anything, but I realized that Chunk Lock kind of set this unhealthy precedent now that, like, whoa, I'm kind of in the big leagues, right? And every video that I put out has to meet some sort of expectation, in my own expectation, not yours. And that's really ridiculously intimidating, because I don't think I can do that. I don't think that even if I made the perfect video, it would get the same views, because I don't think that the algorithm is designed. And by algorithm, I mean, I don't think that audiences will click on a creator who they don't know. And it takes a decade to be known. And so in the last 2 years, I have spent like 40 hours to 60 hours a week on YouTube, just YouTube, because this fulfills me in a way that I've never really felt before. Everything that I give to YouTube, I get back out. But the problem with that is there's no limit to how much you can give. And so I've had a Chunk Lock, thing going on for the past month. I have Avid Adventures, this series that I've been working on for 3 years, and people want more of it. But different people want Chunk Lock, and different people want Avid Adventures. And I also have Avid Community Challenge Season 3, which was the biggest community challenge we ever had, and I had to go through every boss so many times, and I let people down because I didn't play their bosses in the right way, and I felt bad because they spent a lot of time on it, and I felt bad. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of pressure when all I'm trying to do is just spread positivity as much as I possibly can. And that's all just YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of work already going into just trying to grow my channel. And it's intimidating to see other creators accelerate ahead, because you see how much time and energy it takes. And also I know how much time and energy I'm putting in, and it just, things aren't lining up, and that's tough. So YouTube is one thing. I also spend a lot of time working on something that maybe none of you know about, which is called AdventureBot. And it's a Discord bot. It's probably the most complicated Discord bot ever. Like, I don't know if there is a more complicated. It's an RPG mixed with card collecting / monster battling with AI built in. And it is almost 100,000 lines of Go code. There's a whole website I made. That takes a lot of time. And there's a whole different group of people who want to see stuff come out of that. And it's like, whoa, wait a second. We've got people who want Chunk Lock. We've got people who want Avid Adventures. We've got people who want Discord AdventureBot. And I'm a people pleaser. I want to give everybody everything that they want. I just can't not do that. And so I work harder and later and longer hours, and layer in the fact that I have 2 kids. I have a 2-year-old and I have a 9-week-old. I was not sleeping. I was getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep for the last 9 weeks. I'm finally sleeping again. But crazy enough, like, I was doing all of that Chunk Lock and everything on no sleep. Like, I'm burning the candle. I'm not even burning the candle at both ends. This candle, I'm burning it from the middle and both ends at the same time. Which, how is that even possible? I don't know. I don't actually know. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I am creatively burned out. And I want to so badly make more content because I love it. I love it. I know how much you guys love it and how much you guys look forward to it. But I sit down and I can't do it. And that's frustrating because it's all I really want to do in my free time, which I have very, very little of. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to disappoint you guys. And that's where this video came from, is that I feel like by even making this video, I could disappoint a lot of you who are waiting for things. And that stinks a lot. Because because I get it. So yeah, I'm making an Avid Adventures video and I get burned out. I have too much stuff on my plate, which I don't know what to do. I'm a dad of 2 kids. I have a full-time job, and it feels like YouTube is hard, harder than I could have ever imagined. Or maybe it's just that my expectations of where I would be at this point it changed or something, because now I feel like I'm nowhere near where I want to be or where I think I should be, whatever that means. And that leads to another level of mental burnout. That is like, that one's very sinister, because you start to get very jaded because you put a lot of time into a video, like my 100 days video, which I had a lot of fun making and I learned a lot. But even still, I put so much effort into that video thinking this is going to be it. This is the moment, and it's not. And you get mad. You get mad at your video. You get mad at like the whole process, and it messes with you. YouTube is not for the faint of heart. It you get so much more feedback than you're ever ready for, especially as you start to grow. People don't like your voice. They've said that people don't want you to do things differently. And I welcome that negative feedback. Some of my closest like friends who are viewers that I met them because they gave me negative feedback. So it's not that I'm opposed to having that type of feedback. It's just that you get so much of it. And eventually you just get so tired of addressing all of it. In addition to the fact that I am trying to do way too many things in life in general, that it compounds. It becomes this compounding problem where, like, no matter what you're working on, you're disappointing somebody. Oh my gosh. Like, saying it out loud just sounds insane. Like, why do we do this? And I'm in a group with a bunch of other creators. Like, I made a Discord for creators to come together to talk about their problems, because making content is an exceptionally lonely process. And I have made some of my best friends in my life by doing YouTube. So I don't want to scare people away from making their own channels and following their dreams, or any of my friends who are listening now. Like, I'm rooting for you, and I'm not going anywhere. But the reason I'm recording this is because I just found myself unable to record a series that basically, like, I formed my whole channel around, my whole brand. And it's because I just don't feel inspired, because I am creatively tapped out. And I don't know if it's going to last a long time. I don't think it will. I usually rebound pretty quickly, probably faster than I should. And I probably should rebound and then convince myself to take a little extra time on top of that. Because I didn't take a paternity leave, guys. Like, I had a kid, and this is, like, because of how my brain works, where I have to constantly be working on something. Like, when my wife was asleep with the newborn in the hospital, I was working on AdventureBot. Like, I was coding it. Everyone was asleep. I should be sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. I was coding. I was building things, because, like, I don't know how to turn my brain off. And so eventually that caught up with me. Not will, it has. It has caught up with me to the point where I am creatively tapped out. And so I don't know. I just wanted to let you guys know it's been something that's looming for a while, maybe for like a year in the making. This quest definitely, I think, was the beginning. And I just kept pushing through. I was like, you know what? If I can just push through one more video, we'll get there and we'll be fine. And it never really, that never really happened. And I just kept pushing through and kept making excuses and saying, you know, well, hey, look, other people are still working their butts off. Like, why can't we? And when you start to dig into the well, oh, that's not good. when you start to kind of like keep digging deeper and deeper into like your reserve, your energy reserve, eventually it's got to wear out. I'm lucky. I'm younger, and so I have a bit bigger of an energy reserve to dig into. But there's a time when it runs out, and I think that's where I am. Is like, I just can't push myself. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from content. And I thank you guys for understanding, and patrons, I feel the worst because I know you guys are patrons to support my channel and the content that I make. And if I'm not making content, like, I feel like I'm not, doing you guys justice. And so I totally understand if me not making content means you don't need, like, there's never any obligation to support me, but I thank you guys. Oh, this is exceptionally loud. Okay. I thank you guys for understanding and I'll still be in my Discord. I'll still be hanging out. I need my brain back, and I need that spark back, and it'll happen. I promise. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.